chair calls Karen Sterling, Margaret, I believe it's Kalk, or Shannon Cavanaugh, Carol Cardozo, Nancy Mims, and Timothy Betts. And then Chris, the next group will be Chris Lara, Stephanie Okashi, Marianne Friedrich, Whitney Young, Andrea Gardner, and Juliana Montelengo. Thank you. You'll be next. Okay, Karen Sterling, is that one of you?
That is me, Senator.
Okay.
I want to thank you all. Good morning. Thank you for listening to all of us. My name is Karen Sterling, and I live in Bastrop County. I am proud to be represented by Senator Kirk Watson, and I am speaking in opposition to SB 1. And I'm in good company. The AMA, the TMA, and the OBGYN medical organization, ACOG, also opposes this bill. Last fall, I had a condition called endometriosis. I lost a third of my blood supply. I went to an emergency room where they stabilized me with saline, subjected me to a transvaginal ultrasound, and then refused to give me a medically necessary dilation and curettage because they are a Catholic hospital. I am Catholic. I was not pregnant, and they looked, but I could have died because I have no abortion provider anywhere near me. I don't see how having fewer medical providers makes any woman safer. Abortion is not the only health care you're preventing. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I certainly hope you all hear me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're Ms. Sterling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Margaret Locke. Margaret Locke present. We will show her registering a position in opposition bill. Shannon Cavanaugh. Also registering a position but not here to provide oral testimony, Carol Cardozo. Go ahead.
My name is Carol Cardozo. I am against SB 1. I am from Austin, Texas, and I represent myself. My family settled in New York back when the Dutch called it New Amsterdam. They fought in the Revolution and have been involved with America and with American politics ever since. My cousin, Emma Lazarus, wrote the poem, The New Colossus, that's on the Statue of Liberty. My cousin Benjamin Cardozo served as a justice on the United States Supreme Court. My family has always believed in freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of choice. My ancestors were Jewish when they first arrived, and we are not and have never been Christian. This bill is a way for a subset of Christians to force other people to live according to a set of rules based on a system of beliefs that the other people don't adhere to. But America is not a theocracy. Anti-choice Christians have the right to make their choice based on their belief system, and that is fine. But it is not right for them to try and force other people to comply with their rules based on their specific interpretation of Christianity or any other religion. Religious law, be it Sharia law or any other religion-based law, has no place in American law. Thank you.
Thank you. Nancy Mims. No. Nancy Mims will be shown in opposition bill, not here to testify. Timothy Betts. Go ahead.
I'm Timothy Betts. I'm from Irving, Texas, and I'm sadly represented by Kelly Hancock of District 9. Thank you to the chair and the members of this committee for allowing the public to speak, because this is one of the greatest tools we have for ensuring a government for, of, and by the people. I'm not here to represent myself, but rather my mother, who is watching online, Christy Betts, and my grandmother, Margie McCown. Neither of them could be here today, but I'm here to urge the committee on their behalf to vote in opposition of Senate Bill 1. Though this bill is of great emotional, spiritual, and an otherwise controversial nature, I wish to reiterate that this bill is in front of the Health and Human Services Committee and not a committee on morality. As such, this is not a debate about the morality of abortion. Greater than the questionable morality of abortion is the impact that Senate Bill 1 will have on other services provided by clinics that may be closed by Senate Bill 1. This curbing of women's access to health care is the true danger of this bill. Many of the witnesses here have argued that women deserve health care of quality, and we all agree. However, they ignore the expert witnesses that this committee heard earlier today. These regulations are not about making abortion clinics safer. They're about making abortions more difficult to get by adding arbitrary and unnecessary regulations. If similarly arbitrary and extreme regulations were proposed for hydraulic fracking, there would be an uproar and shot down in a minute. These regulations proposed in the Senate Bill 1 are a thinly veiled attempt to curb my mother and many other women's rights to health care. This is not an issue of pro-life versus pro-choice, because no one here is against life. This is an issue of whether or not you are willing to sacrifice a woman's right to health care as fodder in a pointless crusade to decrease legal and safe procedures. Before I conclude, I present a quote from an unusual yet applicable document. Trust the people. Limit government. Reaffirm that our rights are protected by government and that the only just government is one that rules with the consent of the governed. Listen to the people. Listen to these words from the 2012 Republican Party platform. Many of us do not consent to Senate Bill 1. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to this panel.